breaking apart. Well, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to think. High bitrate, high drop frames. This is bad. This is that particular moment. We may have already ended our lifespan there. I may not be able to actually have a good recording from now onwards. Well, in the worst case we had a sense of closure with our Gretel there. Anything from here onwards, I guess it's going to have to be considered a plus. Okay, it seems we're back live. I'm not sure how much of the recording we may have lost. Hopefully not that much, if any. Oh no, we're failing these bears. Oh man, I don't even think we're going to. What a piece of garbage. Now we lost connection to. This is that time of a night where everything starts failing, and I'm not sure why. So yeah, basically everything that we record from here onwards could potentially just be a complete failing and not exist. Just be all around broken. But since we don't know if we only have half an hour remaining, we may just end up restarting systems and coming back to a non-existent game. So I guess we just push forward, wait for the best. What do you think? I don't think we can do this verse. We're going to cheat out of it, I think. Well, I don't think we can do this verse under good or bad conditions. And I believe the previous one is against ghosts, and ghosts are very tricky. We may end up having a verse that is even more difficult than this one. Okay, we can still keep doing this one and paying if we fail. It's just 3 verses, we will do 3 more verses, just in case the drop frames and the connectivity didn't allow for that particular moment to be recorded properly, so we'll just try doing 4 more verses, and if the end of the world finds us here, I guess it won't be about as bad. Surrounded by 4 Alices there, including one with one of our favorite weapons, which is the plushie gun. Look at that plushie gun. It looks, it's like it's a Nerf gun, but it's even more plushy. It's wow, plushie gun. Imagine a plushie gun that can actually fire Nerf darts. So wonderful, because you could also use it as a weapon, as a cushion weapon, right? Yeah, I know that that's not like the main attractive of it, but still it would make up for a very fun thing, in my opinion. But I don't see that happening, because there's no way you can do plushie a pillow that can actually have the mechanics to fire darts. right? I don't think there is a way to do that. So you need to fill it up with plastic parts that are also known as not being very comfortable on a pillow. Alright, I thought it was Alice with the grass sword making the damage. But it seems it's Snow White with the paddle there, the demonic sword. From Little Match Girl. Actually, no, I think Little Match Girl had 2 appearances too. But I think she was the one having the least amount. We actually won this verse. So it did make a difference. It did make a difference. I thought it wasn't going to, but it did. Alright, so we can run it 2, maybe 3 more times. Make a switch. It's a good boss because, as we saw earlier, we actually failed it once. Not sure if it was due to connectivity issues. Oh my gosh, we're still having bitrate issues. Very low bitrate, very high drop frames. This recording is going to not be of any use, I said. I don't get it. I'm seeing it well on the phone, but I don't know. This bitrate drop makes me concerned that the data being stored in Twitch may not be the same that we are seeing. And that doesn't make that wouldn't make much sense, right? Like they store what one sees. Maybe the mobile phone is flaking when I'm not looking at it, so. It only shows. I'm only seeing the parts that are being sent properly or being recorded properly. I don't know, but it got me really distressed seeing that stream that I just mentioned being that broken down, and I don't recall it being that broken down in the first place. But then again, it ran for half an hour, so it ran for half an hour, and I doubt I didn't turn my head in half an hour to see what was happening. So maybe it looked good, but maybe the recording just wasn't there. Maybe the recording is kind of there still. I have no idea. If we manage to back it up, we could potentially back it up too along all the other groups. Oh no, our damage dealer. Oh, actually, the plushie gun is doing an insane amount of damage too. You know what? I have never seen a knife made as a plushie knife. That would be the most accurate or the best way to do a plain knife, right? If you can even consider that to be a thing. Can you even consider it to be a thing? You know, a knife being a toy? I remember having knives as plastic knives as toys. You know, like a combat knife and stuff. One of them looked like a sai or like a small sword kind of thing. I wouldn't know what its actual name would be. And I remember having a very small one, very small one. Looked like a claw. A bigger one that looked like a combat knife. A thinner one that looked like a small sword or a sai. Kind of like a dagger, and a very short one that resembled like a claw. I also had two plastic swords, if my memory serves me right. Maybe even 3, but I'm quite sure I had 2. Oh wow, 2 dual swording. But it was quite difficult finding out what to use them on. I played against my mom once using the swords, but I recall I hit her hand with the plastic, and I don't think she ever wanted to play back again. It really gets hurtful feeling. It's really painful to get hit even with a plastic sword. I don't know. I've always been fond of it. Even though it's somewhat of a barbaric thing, or not exactly. I wouldn't know what to call it. Like I wouldn't even know if to call it good or innocent. I wouldn't use those words. But you know, playing with toy weapons is still like an odd practice. You know, it's playing with something that's amongst the most little things. Not to say that other things aren't, in a way or another. And life itself is about dying in the end, I suppose. It's kind of unavoidable. But it's fun, you know, it was fun. I'm not sure why it was fun. If even there could be, it could be connected to a reason or mentioned in a way like that. I don't even know. I'm not even sure if it's worth to dig into it rather than just accepting it as something that is fun. It is not something new either, because cops and robbers and cowboys and Indians, it's also games that exist ever since who knows when. And you know, those plastic guns, those toy guns, probably exist for about as much time as actual guns, or maybe not. I'm not even sure. I'm not entirely sure how to feel on it, but thinking about it in consistency, if you buy a ball and you throw the ball to other people and other people catch the ball and throw it to some other people, that's seen as a sport. But if we buy a couple of Nerf guns and we play a game in which you try not to catch the balls but actually to avoid catching the balls, that is considered brutish and barbaric and stuff like that. I don't understand exactly why. Of course, it is reasonable to assume that those are weapons that could potentially kill you, but they're made of plastic, so they won't be killing you. And if you throw a ball that has spikes, or rather than throwing a plastic ball, you start throwing like a bowling ball, I would say that's about as lethal. Catching the bowling ball, that's the new sport. Oh wow, imagine that. I remember somewhere something about, I think it was it in Friends, was it in a TV show or something about catching bowling balls lit on fire with a torch, with a blowtorch. Was it on Friends actually that they made a sketch about something like that, or I have no idea, but well, anyways, I can understand the concerns about playing with toy weaponry, but at the same time, it's the same dumb argument used as to why video games should be, even violent video games are okay. Something around the lines that if you're using violent video games, you're probably, you could potentially be actually draining some of the rage that would otherwise could potentially move you towards using an actual gun or actual weaponry, right? It's like prostitution. If you hire a prostitute, you may be less inclined to do perverse acts of deviant sexuality to members of society that are unwilling to participate in intercourse. That's something that gets said around, but I'm not entirely sure if it is or if it isn't. At the very least, well, there should be some truth in it, right? Even other forms of releasing one's tension could potentially be a healthier option than not doing anything, which could in turn be transformed into a much more rather concerning situation, right? So if that applies, but then again, prostitution is also illegal. So weapons are illegal, prostitution is illegal, drugs are illegal, all of those things that should or could potentially create better than worse. So basically that's possibility, but it's all in the realm of speculation. Nevertheless, I had my fair share of fun using toy weaponry when I was a child, and I would have very much liked to do more activities on that regard. I would love to have toy bows that could be used better than toy bows, because if your toy bow is too small, it's just not that fun, and if it's too big, it's just too dangerous. Swords, I never got around into participating on any sword related sport, like for example kendo, or what's the name of that sport where that sport where you use the swords? Oh wow, what's the name of that sport? The one where you use where they use swords that are very thin, like needles, and padded suits with masks and stuff. Yeah, it is an Olympic sport, but I don't remember the name. It's very French, it seems, or they use French terminology. I still doubt I would have enjoyed it all that much. It's just like with any other sport. It turns out into a competitive thing rather fast, and it's not as much of a fun event. if you want a fun way to handle weaponry, I would say it is choreography rather than the sports scene. Well, we ended up not doing it physically, but we're still doing it virtually, right? So that's what we're enjoying. That's why we're enjoying things so much in these games with weaponry, without focusing so much on the blood and gore, but rather on the gameplay. I would guess. Alright, one last verse and we'll swap. What's our time? 10 minutes or 1 hour and 10 minutes. Either one of the two probably. Could take us 5 minutes to open. Well, I guess it's worth the risk. Kind of. Could take us 5 minutes and it could be a 9-minute thing rather than a 10-minute thing. And the first minute already started running. Well, I guess we're giving it a try anyways, because we want to receive it with Septeptibus on. This isn't bad though, all the Alices. It would have been even more fun if we had 5 Alices, different one from the other, but we have this two with a curse gun and yet another gun, wall of guns. That ridiculously looking paddle, which is overly powerful actually. I bet it looks even more ridiculous on its original character, which is a little match girl demon. Did we see that little match girl? I think that was the one that was sporting the chorus carver, but I may be wrong on it. Did little match girl participated? I think she didn't do 2. I think she did only 1. I think we're gonna handpick our last team because I keep having the feeling that. Well, I'm quite sure 3 Little Piggies did not participate all that much. Little Match Girl did not participate all that much. Dorothy, well, that's our main characters anyway. And we want a Rapunzel, and we're gonna have a Red Riding Hood there, so I guess I'm hoping we can do it. But it seems we're gonna do that, handpick our last team, and probably end up regretting not picking up some other team members there. Nothing else we can do about it. And if we have a whole more hour, I guess we won't be changing teams for the last hour or something. I don't know. Alright, so on we go to what is potentially our last run. Or this one may have been our last run, so we're still not off the hook. We're still uncertain as to what will happen in these last few minutes as we reach the point of ending. I wouldn't say that it even is a point of no return. It's just the point of ending. Okay, so we are opening We like to think that if we are in, they are not kicking us out. Oh. Come on, virtual machine, open up. Alright, so we're loading. We are now loading, just as the title says. Just as the screen says. At least the connectivity issue was not that lengthy. We managed to go past it rather fast. Yeah, handpicking is gonna be even more difficult than ruffling. But we need to be very assertive on it, very to the point. Okay, it seems we were down to the last minute. It seems so. We may not even be able to see the last of it. But then again, as I was mentioning before, it may be the last minute or the last hour. Hopefully the last hour. I'm quite sure. I'm tempted to. I'm inclined to think it is the last hour rather than the last minute. Not that it is much better, but at least it's not much worse. Alright. Alright, let's see. Oh, I wanted to see the Dorothy with a bow, man. She looks so good. She looked like a Tomb Raider. Oh wow, we're not even gonna see Kaguya anniversary. Okay. Oh wow, we're not gonna see Sharkware Red Riding Hood with the anniversary sword. With the what can I say? We may not even be able to see anything if things just get shut down in a minute. This is us, isn't it? Yes, highest rank. High numbers too. Why are our numbers so high? Yeah, that may be a problem. That may not be a problem. Okay, let's bring up this Rapunzel. And the three little piggies with the rapier. Not my favorite three little piggies, but she has been with us for so long. It's too strong, just too strong. Gonna make it too difficult to find a balanced verse, I think. We may come back to her, but for now, let's keep moving ahead. Okay, let's look at these three little piggies. We have seen even less. Way less. Oh no, does she have an accursed gun too? I'm fairly tired of seeing accursed guns now. I'm quite sure she has an accursed gun too. Is this a Tomb Raider Dorothy? I think it is, but Little Match Girl we have seen way less. Have we? I think we only saw her twice. Aladdin we only saw twice too. Red Riding Hood. Oh no, Red Riding Hood alternative. Let's go with this little match girl before we think about it too much. Let's go with these 3 little piggies instead, because I'm quite sure the other one has a course gun, and I'm tired of seeing a course guns. It was a placeholder. Yeah, we have that particular one who also has, who is a rear guard. We don't have a rear guard in our team. Actually, I'm a rear guard. Three little piggies, here you go. And well, there were definitely a lot of characters that would have been nice to see. That's obvious, right? We weren't all that far. It looked like, well, I like to think that, but it seems we weren't all that not far either. And that's not to mention all the ones that I would have loved to see more or have dedicated more time. But you know what they say, it's the end of the world as we know it. I don't feel that fine about it. Well, you know, if by now it has not ended, I suppose we still have 1 hour remaining. So let's go into Kaguya-verse. How strong are we? I don't think we're that strong. We can go into a Kaguya-verse and end it on Red Riding Hood.
Tekiを倒すと悲しいのです。どうして倒れてしまったのでしょう。どうして私より弱いのでしょう。
Wow, what a great choice. What a great choice. Little match girl with a gun? Wow, we. Little match girl's got a gun. That's a did the whole world. Something like that, was it? And you know what? That particular weapon that is being used by Rapunzel is also very also has its own story. Very nice story, which is the fact that one of the last events they did, I think it was the swimsuit event. They gave some weapons if you purchase the banner. I think it was rather unusual. And that was one of the weapons. And it's called something like the famous Venom Kisser, the famous Venomancer. I don't recall the name, but I know it had a pretty nice name. And wow, Three Little Pig is using violin. That's something that I would have cried if we had not seen. It's so pretty because the three of them use the violin and it's so fitting for the closure. I think we're not swapping teams, we're not changing teams. I don't know, maybe not. I don't think we ever got to use the purple stuff that we're using right now. I think we always use the green one, which is the prior to this evolution, the pre-evolution to this one. I don't remember, for the life of me, I can't remember, even though we used it for so long. The green stuff is pretty cool too, maybe we should change it. Although maybe we shouldn't be adding any more stress to the situation either. There's bitrate drop, there's the frames drop, there's time drop. Yeah, but it is unforgivable if we don't meet the end of the world in the game. Now we're going to be opening it in our phone and losing the site. Maybe we can open it from our other device here. We can open it on a VLC possibly. A little much girl with a gun. And we're running Little Match Girl with a gun because I can't for the life of me remember if we had one Little Match Girl before or two. I know we had the Chorus Carver Little Match Girl, but I don't recall. Oh yeah, we had one with a hammer. I remember now. We could have done another Little Mermaid, or Aladdin, or the Dorothy that I wanted to see. I think we're going to change. Well, we're going to change two of them, right? I thought our Half Nightmare Rapunzel had crossbow, but that's not it. That's not there. That's in my account. Anyways, which one is the one that I wanted to see so much? Dorothy with a bow. Dorothy with that bow is a show we don't want to miss. So let's run 3 verses or so and change. Well, we're not in that much of a hurry. We have a whole hour to do things. I guess we could take just about as much as we can to do things. Why is our stream not opening though? It doesn't look like it's even trying. That's odd. It's opening on a CMD. Why is it not opening though? I guess I know now why. That's really odd. That's like the strangest. Are we even trying to open this? Wait, what is with this? Why does it have such an odd path? It has like such an odd path. Let's see if it's the same path we have here. No, definitely not the same path we have here. Okay, so does this one open? Ah, that's another difference. This one does open. So this command line is not done right. We're changing it for this one then. I'm not entirely sure if it will open, but at least it doesn't close right away. Okay. Congratulations, you're eligible for Colosseum Combat Mission. That's so good, that's great. Colosseum Combat Mission is a dream come true. Alright, we managed to open our stream, but the whole computer just crashed basically. It's basically doing very badly. Hopefully it balances out. That's what we're hoping for in the next few minutes. It's not even able to let us move properly. I can hear myself being very negative. Oh wow, this thing looks pretty nice. Yeah, it all looks pretty nice. Okay, so hold on a second, this isn't tomorrow? No, it ends at 1 AM. No, it ends tonight. 15/11. (15/11) 2023. (15/11/2023). That's in 24 hours, isn't it? I don't remember where exactly I saw that it ended on the 14th, but I'm quite sure I first thought, oh okay, it ends on the 15th. I made my plans, okay, it will end on the 15th. Then I read somewhere else it ended on the 14th midnight. And I thought, oh wow, I must have misread that or something, because I thought it ended on the 15th. No, it ends on the 14th at midnight. Oh, okay, so we're making our preparations. And now I'm reading the notice again on the game page, on the game title page, and it says it ends on the 15th at midnight. So that means we still have 24 hours, it seems, which is good news. but I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted right now. Oh, I'm not sure if to keep going or take a break and come back to it later. Okay, so I think we're doing both, of course. I don't want to do a 24-hour stream or anything like that. Let's see, we have a stream running for 45 minutes according to this, which is likely to be just very short one. So what we will be trying is to do a 2-hour, 3-hour, which is already a tall order, but okay, let's try to do a 2-hour or something. Yeah, the problem is that I'm already so drained. Don't think that this is too easy. This is like it requires a little bit of concentration trying to check what the most appropriate verse for the characters is, and that's something I can't for the life of me do at this particular moment, especially because I'm so tense for due to the whole closing thing that is just of bad taste. It just makes me feel bad. So what we should be doing, just in case I'm still not able to read accordingly, is continue the gameplay for the next an hour at the very least, until we can get an hour and 47-minute recording, which is a little more useful or watchable or enticing than a 1 hour or a 47-minute one. So let's push ourselves to do 1 more hour, even though, as I'm mentioning, this is tough and tense, and finding the numbers, reading the numbers, finding the characters, thinking, okay, so should we go to the next verse, to the previous verse? It can get quite tenseful, for me. I don't know if it is, whatever. I'm still thinking I was having fun, but right now I'm already like drained. I feel that's the most appropriate description for it. I'm feeling drained. Yeah, I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's very different to just play mindlessly than to play planfully. Than to play with a lot of planning, and since we are attempting to do a lot of entertainment providement, planning is something that needs to be done on a rather constant basis, I feel. Well, we should be able to do one. Oh my gosh. I gave it my whole thinking that this was the last day, and it's not bad. It's just if we have 24 more hours, we have the feeling that we still need to give even more from us. But since we gave it all, we're also drained, exhausted. That I'm not sure if we're going to be able to actually do as well for 24 more hours. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's stressful and tense for me. Well, as I mentioned it, at the very least we need to do 1 more hour. We have done quite a long time today. It is unusual for us to do such long sessions. But I feel we have been doing quite a bunch today. It's been how much? Like 6 hours followed by how much? 3 more hours? And then 1 more hour? And that's nothing compared to a 24-hour stream. Yeah, definitely far from it. But we got our wish, though. I gotta say, we got our wish. We said we wanted 24 more hours, and that in 24 more hours we could showcase all of the characters. Now we need to put our actions where our words are. Yeah, that's why we're not stopping at the very least until we get this footage done. But it is unreasonable to suppose that we are going to be able to do it all. A single night. Meaning tonight, meaning the rest of the of the stream that we have, even though we push it forward like to the extreme. I feel it would be unlikely to assume that we can do it. I think it's wiser to take a small break, a small big break. Alright, so let's start making our plans. Basically, we are going to be repeating today's day tomorrow, but we need to take a rest as soon as possible now. Try to fix our things. I'm still unable to shave myself, which is bad because it's been quite a few days and I don't like having a beard. So we still should leave that for tomorrow, but we should fix some other things today. And in regards to character rotation, well, I guess we keep doing it. Characters that have already gone through have gone through, simple as that. Although it's gonna be quite difficult to both scratch out from the list if we don't remember. It could happen that by tomorrow we start having mental blackouts about on which characters have gone through and which haven't yet. But it's not that smart to be doing that right now, because that could only lead to potentially way more stress. Yeah, I feel it is important to take a rest as soon as possible so we can start tomorrow as early as possible. So it is important to have a good schedule of the remaining activities for the day. Well, for one, we should run these bearers, I would say, twice more. Running these bearers twice more. And the next one once or twice. Okay. What then? That should leave us at an hour and 20, an hour and 30. Still yet not enough to reach the 1 a.m. mark. Alright, so I guess that should... No, that's not gonna do it. We need to do that and then find a new group. We need to do 2 groups then before calling it quits. Yeah, until we're absolutely sure that they're not closing today, but rather tomorrow. Alright, so we will leave you now with some of the game's original soundtrack as we continue running some verses. After that, after we finish these verses, which is what was it, 2 of this one twice more, and the next one once. And after we do that, or actually, do we do it just once more? I think it's just once more this one, once more, and once the next one. And after that, we should check on a new group and run it. Maybe Pinocchio. Alright, I'll leave you with some music right now then.
疲れた時は迷わずドーピング。私が誰も選べなかった理由、それはきっとなんてことを。どうぞ。どっか行って。 敵を倒すと悲しいのです。どうして倒れてしまったのでしょう。どうして私より弱いのでしょう。
なんてことを。
ケーキをどうぞ。ぶどう酒をどうぞ。
Okay, so we fell asleep there for quite a while, and it seems we missed the end of the world. It says until 15th of December. Alright, I suppose that was the end of it. Can you believe it? We missed the end of the world, we slept through it. And well, I don't know for how long I have been, for how long I fell asleep. But it seems that was the end of it. Wasn't it? See, it wasn't on the 15th, it was today. Oh well, that's too bad. That's too bad. But I think that's about as much as we could do. We did our best, and met with the end. Alright, I think we're going to close the stream too. We are completely destroyed. I'm glad we didn't. Suppose we had one more day. Well, we need to check what happened there at the end. How long it's been since we finished. Since the game finished. I honestly don't know how I fell asleep or for how long. But well, I think we're going to leave it at that. Thank you very much everybody for joining in on us today. I hope it has been of your liking what we have been doing here. Okay, so now when you log in, you just get the notice there. But that was the end of it. Oh yeah. Some refunds and stuff. This was going to end at 5. Oh, what is UTC? Who knows what UTC is? Well, I guess that's all we can do. That's about as much as we can do. Yeah, okay, so thank you once again everybody for joining in on us today. Hopefully the stream has been of your enjoyment. We should, I don't know what we're going to do, but well, I'm slightly glad that it is over because it has been quite a tenseful and stressful situation, an exhausting situation. So at the very least we can now rest a little bit. But oh, my throat is hurting. But it is not all and completely over because we're still planning to play on the Japanese server. I'm not entirely sure when that ends, but we still have some SINoALICE to go. We also need to finish our video on demands. We need to back this up, and this is going to take us a couple of days still. So right now I'm going to investigate a couple of things. Well, I don't know. I'm probably going to sleep like now because I'm super sleepy. I'm super sleepy, and I'm definitely destroyed. So first thing we shall do is sleep and try to find out where we are, because we are like so what's the word, disoriented. We are so disoriented that I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Okay, as we mentioned, thank you very much for joining in on us. Hopefully the stream has been of your liking and the gameplay has managed to be worthy of the game, which in our opinion deserve a lot more than we were able to give, and a lot more than we felt it was overall given. So hopefully it's not the end of it, but the reality is probably that it will be, sadly.